So that's the intro of Thalli Pogathey. The intro is definitely not played on a guitar. I don't think there's any guitar, acoustic or electric, in the original track. So I think it's played on a synthesizer. So you can play the intro on the guitar, provided that you play the higher voicings of the chord. What do you mean by higher voicings, you might ask? Higher voicings are just the sounds of the chord being played on a higher octave. So this is a regular A minor chord, right, which a lot of people might know and a lot of people play. But the same A minor can be played at a higher octave, like this. This definitely sounds higher, right, than this. This sounds lower, that sounds higher. Same with E minor. It's an E minor chord, but it sounds higher than this. So that's what we mean by higher voicings. You can create a lot of effects with higher voicings. You can create even solos out of them, provided that you know how to use them well. So we'll go through the sections individually. So before we jump into the higher voicings, I'll tell you what the chords are. So the songs in the key of A minor. So the first chord is an A minor, and the second chord is an E minor. The next chord is an F major, and the fourth chord is in C, and the last chord is in G before it jumps to an A minor. The G chord is there for just for one beat, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 before it jumps back to A minor, just for one beat. So these same chords, when played on higher voicings, the shapes are this. So for A minor, it's 12 on the high E string, 13 on the B string, 14 on the G string. 12, 13, 14. And for E minor, you just move the same shape down, so that your the high E is on 7th fret, B is on 8th fret, and G string is on 9th fret. 7, 8, 9. Yeah. That's A. So A minor, E minor. And for F, you have to make a mini bar that you have to cover the B and E strings on the 13th fret. This 13th fret, B and E strings, and you have to cover them both. And you have to place your second finger on the 14th fret of the G string. So it's a bit awkward to play at first if you haven't played it before, but you can get it with a little bit of practice. It's not a big deal. So that's F, and the C chord is just 12, 13, 12. On E, B and G, it's 12, 13, 12. It's the same as a D chord shape that probably a lot of beginners, the first chord that they learn. So you just move the same shape up to the 12th fret. So it's 12, 13, 14 on E, B and G strings. See, 12, 13, 12. And for the G chord, it's just 10 on the 10 on high E string, and 12 on the B and G strings. So it's like that, yeah. So 10, 12, 12. Yeah. So the way to actually play the intros, the sequences: F, C, G. So every chord you have to play it for there's 4 beats in a bar, right? So you have to play it 4 times. So it's just. But the trick here is you have to stop the chord after every time you pick it. So if you don't do that, you'll end up with something like. Which doesn't sound quite like the intro, right? So the trick here is to once you pick the chord, you immediately release the grip without losing the shape. So it's like, so that's holding the chord down, and you pick it, and you release the grip just like that. You press, release, just like that. like that. So if you haven't done that before, just do it for like 5 minutes and you'll get the hold of it. You'll get the feel for it. So you might have to experiment with a little bit for how long you have to make the chord ring out. So you have to play along with the recording and check it for yourself. For me, this duration sounds right, because that's too short, that's too long. So this sounds just right to me, to my ears, and for you it might you might come up with your own conclusion, because you can't really teach this kind of stuff, like how long should a chord last or anything. You can figure it out for yourself, so with a little bit of experimentation. So same for E minor. So the A minor 1, 2, 4 times, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For F, 1, 2, 3, 4. And for the C chord, there's a little bit of twist here. So it's the same thing for 1 and 2. But the third time, you have to let the chord ring out a little bit before you transition to the G chord. So it's just 1, 2, ring out, G chord. So it's 1. Get the difference there? So it's just it's not like instead of this, you just let the third time ring out a little bit more. So I'll play just the C chord, just the transition between C and G slow, a little bit slow, so that you can understand it better. So one more time. Yeah, so that's it. So I'll play the whole of the intro just once, and I'll just play it slow, and we'll just play along with the recording. We'll play along with the actual track, so you can see how well it matches. So here we go, in a slower tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the intro. That's how I'm gonna play it, and we'll play along with the recording just once, so you'll see how it matches. That's how we play the intro of Thalli Pogathey on the guitar. If you want me to make a lesson on the rest of the chords of the song, please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, also let me know. So that's it. Thank you.